So if Matt Riddle's top 5, I mean, let's go, bro.
Hey,
let's go.
Hey, look. Whenever y'all have some free time, y'all need to go and watch this man wrestle. Watch his YouTube match against Matt Riddle's, because that was like a WrestleMania. Like the crowd was in it. Like that was exciting. I just watched that match, and man, I was pumped.
And for you millennials and you young kids, it's 5 minutes. You don't got to go. You don't got to go 30 minutes. You ain't got to go 60-minute Broadway. You ain't got to do all that. 5 minutes. 5 minutes got all you need to see.
Dude, they had me in here like yelling. I was pumped. Watching 5 minutes of that. 5 minutes of that. If somebody said, give me 5 minutes of your best work.
That's all I got to show you.
That's all you got to show you.
I'm going to show you, for the first 2 minutes, I'm going to show you me selling.
Yeah.
For the next minute, I'm going to show you my offense. For the next minute, I'm going to show you my passion. For the last minute, I'm going to show you how to get beat. I'm going to show you how to get beat.
That's good. That's good, man. Look, Gunner deserves to be in the WWE. If anything, he should be a part of any top professional wrestling company right now. After what I just watched, I watch a lot of wrestling. I know I've seen some lower level shows before, and what I just watched. Dude, have you been seeing some of the stuff on the TV lately? Man.
Well, here's the thing. Look at some of Riddle's matches here recently.
Yeah.
Just give us that match on TV, see what happens.
Oh my God.
Just say, hey guys, let's pretend like nobody saw that. Let's pretend like the 4,000 people that watched one video and the 2,000 watched the other didn't see it. Y'all go do that match again.
Could do that. Oh my God.
Best match on TV.
It would be no question. Be a potential match of the year.
And
plus, they would probably give y'all more time with that.
Yeah, we don't need it.
Yeah, you don't
need it.
Yeah, after watching that, they didn't need it.
You don't need it. He did all of his stuff. I did all my stuff. The crowd was completely ready.
Oh my gosh.
The only thing I could have done to get more of my stuff in would have been like maybe Do-si-do counter one of his things and do a rock spine buster. I do that. I do the rock bottom, or do a dive over the top. I do a dive over the top ropes. That's it. That's all, man. We done that. It'd been about it.
Dude.
But we teased the dive.
Yeah, I did tease it.
Only thing we didn't do was the rock bottom or the spine buster. Torrez, what up, bro?
What's up? What's up, Gunner?
And we ain't here to talk about me, man.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. That just had me pumped. Like, I know I got a fight coming up, but stuff like that pumps me up. Like, I can watch wrestling and I get pumped. Like the blood, like I'm warm right now. I'm already warm from my past interview with TK, but man, that just got me pumped.
Well, hey man, this ain't chat about Gunner. This is chat with Gunner about Torrez Finney. So what we got going on, man? We got a fight coming up.
We do got a fight coming up. We got a fight coming up July 2nd at the Cotton Joe in Knoxville, Tennessee. And your boy Torrez Finney will be defending his title. Not only defending, I will be retaining my title on that day against a guy by the name of TK Mattress. 6-2. He's a good fighter. He's a stand-up guy. Well, he's a stand-up guy, but out of his 6 wins, 4 of them are by submission. So we're going to see what he's made of. He talks a lot. We just did a joint interview together yesterday, and it's out right now and on the Valor Hour podcast. And me and him been talking, going at it, and he talks a lot. He talks a lot. He talks a very, very, very much. But I'm going to tell you something. Talking don't mean much once you get in that cage. I assure you, y'all will see why they call me the Punisher. Like, I usually, out of all my matchups, I don't have no ill intentions to no one. And I don't have any to TK. But he's giving me this extra motivation. I'm already motivated now. I've told y'all my story of the last show. I'm already motivated now.
Yep.
And I've already told you when somebody tell me that I can't do something, I'm surely going to come at you then. He said on this last interview that I can't take him down.
So stupid.
Like, oh my gosh.
Well, I told you when you came in, I was like, okay, let's say take names away. Fighter A is a stand-up fighter. Fighter B has power, but also is a very predominant ground fighter, like predominant wrestler, ground and pound. Why would A say, you can't take me down B when A only wants to stand up?
Yeah, dude.
You don't. That's not good trash talk there, TK. I don't know you, buddy, but we could probably work on your trash talk a little bit.
Dude. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to fight this brother, man. I'm so excited. I'm pumped. This is a big fight for me. He says a big fight for him. He says the next fight for him, he's going to give me a few rounds, whatever that means.
Well, you only get 3, right?
Well, this is the funny thing about it. This is going to be the first Valor Amateur Championship fight that's going to go 5 rounds.
Let's go.
It's going to be a 5-round fight. I've been training for it, so it's 5 3-minute rounds. But if anybody that's out there that knows, it's listed at 5 rounds, but this fight's not going 5 rounds.
Oh no. No.
Not only because I'm not going to let that happen, but when you got 2 guys our size, you're not seeing us go 5 rounds. Not many heavyweight. I'm trying to remember heavyweight title fights have went even the UFC, but they don't go 5 rounds.
If they do, they get extremely sloppy.
They get sloppy and it's boring. Probably.
Yeah.
They're just laying and praying.
Yeah.
But I doubt. Yeah, I doubt us 2 guys our size is gonna go 5 rounds.
No, like Stipe and DC, even they didn't go 5 rounds, but it was like they went deep and it was competitive.
Yeah. Well, see, that's about as high level as it gets.
It's the highest of
That's
levels.
the highest level. Yeah,
The
like
highest
Stipe versus DC, and like every fight they have fought has been really good.
Yes,
like, I've enjoyed all of them.
Yeah,
and like yes, they were going at it. Like you're right. Stipe did. DC went the distance with Stipe in the last fight, and Stipe he won.
Yep.
But it was competitive from start to finish.
Yep.
You're right about that one. But that's rare. That is actually really rare.
Yep.
Not with those heavyweights, because even though Ngannou went the distance with Stipe, the first time it was sloppy, and Stipe just laid on top of him. He was like,
he gassed.
And
he's too big.
Francis gassed.
What's funny about Francis? Francis is intimidating as just a human, just intimidating.
Yeah.
But he's like, he doesn't look as big as he did, say, 3 years ago.
He doesn't.
But he's still the same size.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Where does it go?
Well, see, he is now, you got to remember, a lot of people don't understand. Ngannou actually started fighting MMA, overall, just straight up MMA, about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So he ain't know nothing about no cutting. He ain't know nothing about no nutrition, no this and that. He said, hit me and let me fight.
Yep.
He originally supposed to have been doing boxing, but they said, you need to do MMA, big man.
Yeah. They didn't have that over there.
And they didn't have that. That's right. They didn't have boxing. When that got it, like, oh my gosh, like, man.
This man was fighting in the sands.
Dude,
like
his story.
So, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure I got it, but like he tried to travel out of Africa several times and kept getting caught and sent back. And he was digging holes with a shovel. That was his job. No money, dig holes with a shovel.
Yeah.
That was his training for the first, say, I don't know, 15 years of his life, 18 years of his life.
And you got to remember, and it's like, well, I'm not comparing myself to Ngannou at all, but it's like me when I do my push-ups. I do push-ups every single night. It's that core strength. It's that strength that you're so used to that if you feel me grab you, or like, for instance, there are some guys that lift more than me probably at the gym when I train at. It's not many, but it's one guy. He does lift. But he's like, man, you're so freaking strong. You feel stronger than me.
Is this one guy Tyler Toon?
How'd you know?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yes, it is Tyler Toon.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Tyler Toon.
I just know he's a strong ass dude.
Yeah, he's absolutely strong.
In certain lifts.
Hey.
Bench press.
Now I gotta roll with him. Now you got him talking. but yes, Tyler. But for instance, I mean, he's not the only one. There's a lot of guys I've trained with. Like, man, why are you so strong? And I'm like, it's not necessarily me, because yes, I lift weights, but it's not necessarily me lifting weights. It's how much core stuff I do. And with Ngannou, it's with that shovel, constantly grabbing, he's doing this stuff for his life. That's why he said the easiest thing he ever done is fighting.
Yeah.
He said, MMA fighting is easy.
Yeah. Because
I don't went through stuff much worse than this.
Yeah. Try to walk across Nigeria barefooted.
There you go. You think his feet hurt?
There's lions.
Exactly.
Elephants, tigers, bro. It ain't walking across, Hamilton Place.
Yeah, no, it's not. Like, you think his feet hurt? You think his arms are tired? Like, no. Now, yes, you see him gas because he had so much muscle.
Yeah.
You seen him gas in fights. But that's the thing. Ngannou has never been knocked out. That brother's chin, like, I seen him get hit clean by Stipe more times. I seen him get hit clean.
He got stuck by Stipe in the last fight he stuck Stipe.
Stuck Stipe. That's right. He did.
That could have went either way. everybody says like, oh, no, that could have went either way.
Stipe actually Stipe wants a rematch, and I think
Stipe called him and thought he stunned him, but he didn't.
Yeah.
And then when he came in, got caught.
He got caught with a jab, which is freaking nuts.
Very scary. Dude, how about this? Israel Adesanya, Kamaru Usman, and Francis Ngannou all have the best jab in their divisions, and they're all from the same damn place.
All from the same place. Establishing the jab is one, and I literally just talked to you about that with my coaches, but establishing your jab is the most impactful thing that you should do in fighting.
Yep.
It's an automatic. When you fight, you should automatically have a jab.
Yep.
There shouldn't be no, well, this is my go-to. No. Jab. Your jab sets up whatever else you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have an efficient. George St. Pierre, one of the best jabbers in all of MMA. Habib got a jab on him now.
Habib got a right hand.
Yeah, Habib does got a right. Well, we
Ask Connor.
Ask Connor. Yeah, he does got a right.
Just because he don't stand up, that's the only reason why nobody's seen it.
Yeah, that is true. When you don't stand up long enough, nobody knows.
He stood up a Connor for a round and said, hey, I got one too.
He does. So I look at some of those guys, and even Gaethje said a lot of people undercut Habib's striking. Like he was like,
because nobody's seen it.
Yeah.
Except for Connor.
I mean, yeah, why
for one round?
Well, why use it? Yeah, we don't need to. Why use it when you don't need to? So he's one of those guys, man. And looking at stuff like that, I mean, having the things like with Ngannou and all what separates the champions from these other guys is how hard they work and the things that they go through from that point on. Look at Habib wrestling bears. Look at Ngannou, walking across the other side of the country trying to escape. Like, those are some nuts stories. How could you fight a guy like that? You're like, that's what I'm going against.
And then you got like Connor. So then I love Connor. I'm a big Connor fan.
Big Connor fan as well.
Just because of pro wrestling. Like Connor's a very pro wrestling MMA fighter.
Easily could fit in.
So Connor, have you seen the documentary on Netflix?
Yeah, so
the
good.
Best one.
Notorious.
The best one. The man's getting, they don't know he's about to become famous. The man's getting like food stamps.
Welfare
checks at the beginning of the documentary. And then all of a sudden, here it goes. He takes off.
He told them to film that because he was like, he knew.
Yeah.
And that's what, that's that confidence that I like. Like, he knew, he said, I'm going to make it this far. I'm going to prove to y'all. Y'all record this because I know what I'm about to do.
Yep.
And I'm willing to bet they say, hey, we'll record. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And he's first round knocking out everybody. So, they're going to keep recording.
Yeah. There's a thing like you feel this momentum when you wake up early every day, when you do your push-ups every day. There's momentum that builds, right? Do you feel that? Do you feel like when you get out of the swing, like do you ever feel like, oh, I'm out of momentum? I got to build my momentum again. Do you ever feel like that?
Yes. You're right about that. There'll be certain days when I train and I'll be like, well, man, I don't feel as good as I thought I was, and I'm like, like every day I come out of training, I'm always second guessing. Well, what if I should have done this? What if I should have done that? But if I ask my
That's going to make you great.
Yeah, if I ask my coaches, they'd be like, well, you did good. You did good. You did good here. I'm like, I don't feel like it.
Because you know what you got.
Yeah. Like, there's like, man, that was a really good shot. And I was like, well, that shot didn't feel that clean. Like, because I know, I know myself and I know what I can do. And a lot of times I'll be sparring or training. Like, man, you look really good. You set this and this up. And I'm like, well, thank you. And some days I'll be like feeling myself. I'll be like, man, I did do this good today. And I did do this good. But a lot of the times it'd be like, man, I didn't feel good. Like, for instance, I do pretty good in jiu-jitsu. I do some really good things. But if somebody I'm going against it, I usually get something on because, we train with some of the same partners. So if I'm doing something like that and their movement and they change up on it, they get away from me, or I can't hold them down, or I can't take them down with this certain move, I'm like, man, I need to get it better. And they was like, no. We worked on this defense just to try to stop that exact thing. And I'm like, well, I got to make sure that defense don't ever work again. So
exactly, that's exactly how you got to be, though, right?
So yeah.
So back to Connor. So he builds up all this momentum, right? Becomes a superstar. Connor is. Well, then what comes with that? A bunch of money.
Yeah.
How can Connor still be a dog like he used to be, and like Francis is, and like Kamaru is, and like Israel is, with all the money he's made? When he's head and shoulders, feet, another head and shoulders, feet, airplane, head and shoulders, feet above everyone else in MMA.
He just sold his company for $600 million. So you sit here to tell me that you have that same motivation. I mean, let's be honest. Yes, like I want to do this for a long time. I do want to fight for a good minute. I do. But if I'm starting to make, if I was to make like $200 million, $300 million, I have a mindset to where I've already told myself money is not going to be the thing that drives me. I'm going to drive myself. I want to have a legacy. I want to be the greatest. I want to be the best. But some of that motivation, like I forgot who said it. It's hard to wake up when you're wearing
Marvin Hagler.
Marvin Hagler. That's right.
It's hard to get up when you're sleeping in silk sheets.
Silk sheets. That's right. So when you are sleeping in silk sheets, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, it's easier said than done. And Conor, he was talking about like, I'll never get to that point. And he's gotten to that point. I think he's
but as an athlete, you think you're not. You think you're not there.
Yeah.
But he is. But he thinks he's not. I truly think he thinks he's still the same guy.
Yeah. I think that's what he thinks. I mean, he said he taken 8 weeks away from his family to be dialed in on this training camp. But man, I think Poirier is hungrier, man.
I do too.
I just think he's hungry.
I don't think he's better.
Yeah.
I think he's more dedicated.
It reminds me like I use the same example on my podcast, like the Hawks. Not a single, I mean, you could make a case for the Knicks series, but not the 76ers, not the Bucks. Not a single one of those teams are better than the Hawks are better than. Like those two teams are easily much talented than the Hawks, but they're hungrier, they're grittier, they want it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference when somebody wants it.
Yeah.
That's completely different.
Yeah. Like
I use that myself when I beat Aaron Gallagher in the state championship junior year.
Yep.
Gallagher is better than me. He was, well, at that time, I don't know about now, but at that time, he was better than me.
That man's done fat.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
At that time, he was better than me. 2-time state champ, never lost a match in Georgia back-to-back. Yes, he just beat me the week before. But the fact that I wrestled him that first time, and I said, man, everybody's calling him the big bad wolf, but he don't feel all the big bad wolf. Like, I know, like, I want it more than him. I want this state championship more than him. And what helps me, I mean, it was at home in Macon, Georgia, in my hometown where I was born at the Coliseum. All my family, all my teammates were there. I was like, man, no way this brother takes this away from me.
Right.
And I mean, he almost beat me, but I beat him in overtime.
But he didn't.
He didn't. I beat him in overtime. So it's that drive, it's that passion. Conor, like, I know the Conor I saw against Poirier. I mean, did Conor look good in that matchup? Yes. I mean, he is a all-time type striker. He is good at what he does. But Conor, like, the Conor I saw in that matchup, that Conor could have found a way to put that Poirier away. I'm not saying he didn't have that drive within the fight. It's just that difference. Because the Conor in 2015-16 would have found a way to put that brother away. I just think he would have. But Poirier showed his toughness. Poirier showed his grit. And Poirier showed off those calf kicks. And obviously, yes, that hurt Conor. That takes away some of your power. You're not able to step into some of your punches. But Conor, man, he didn't look like he wanted it more. It felt like Dustin was like, hey, this is me, man. This is my time. And the only thing I don't like about this fight, even though it's a big time fight, I'm excited for the fight. The only thing I don't like about it is if Dustin was to lose, he would he probably would fall out of the title contention. And if anybody that deserves a title shot right now more than any fighter in all of MMA right now,
right,
it's him. Dustin deserves it. He's beaten everybody. He beat all the big bad wolves within that division, except for Khabib. Khabib is the only one.
Yeah. Well, he turned it down because he wanted that money.
And he wanted the money.
So. All right. So we got a caller in. My man right here, Joseph Tufras Francisco. I'm assuming is on the line. Is that who we got?
That's who we got, baby. How you doing?
Man, I am here, bro. So we actually got another fighter in studio. I don't know if you know Torrez Finney or not. Do you know Torrez?
Nah, I don't think I've maybe seen his face before, but I don't know his name.
Okay, so he's in the MMA aspect of it. You be in the boxing, but he's in the MMA. So he's got a fight coming up too. So he's in the studio. He might have some questions for you as well. But my man Too Fast is up in Minnesota right now, and he's about to walk on TV. He's about to fight for FS1.
All right,
up there. You know, those guys are probably pulling in a little over 1 million views each time they go out there. and he's not at the bottom of the card. He's probably mid card on this fight, and he's fighting another really good guy. So, Joe, what you thinking, bro? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling real good, man. Ready to take it to this dude, man, and really put my name down in the books this weekend, man.
Say, who is this guy you're fighting? What's his name?
Man, his name's Deshaun Owens. He's actually signed by Al Heyman, which is a big promoter, big manager, man. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna scratch him off the list after this weekend.
All right.
Okay. What? Now this guy right here, he's like decent. He's probably what 6-2, something like that, with or 10-2.
No, he's 11-2.
11-2.
11-2.
10 knockouts.
10 knockouts.
That's right.
Yep. So,
Yeah, it's gonna suck when his ass gets knocked out this weekend, right?
Ask me, man. Every time he's been tested, he's failed the test. He's gonna fail another one this weekend.
Man, so Torrez, I don't know if you know Joe or not. You need to check him out. He's good.
I will.
He's good, bro. You need to look him up. He's good. He did a show in Chattanooga a few weeks ago over at the Pavilion, and main evented it over there and put on the show. He's really smooth. He's got all the technique, and he's got some power too. And he'll take a shot to give one.
Ooh,
So-
I like that type of guy.
That's my guy right here. So, all right, man. Hey, so you in Minnesota right now?
Yeah, I'm in Minnesota right now, man. Just touched down today. Actually, right now, just stretching out, man. Keep myself loose. Getting acclimated to this climate, man. Because I'm up north a little bit. So
The fight is on Sunday, correct?
man, fight is on Sunday. Should take off about 5 o'clock. I'll be on FS1, man. So shoot, looking forward to doing my thing, man.
All right,
So,
tune in.
are they doing all the fights on there? Are they showing everything?
Nah, see, it'll bounce from FS1 back over to Fox.
Okay.
So I don't know how they doing it, but I know I'm on FS1. That's
Gotcha.
what it shows on my card.
Okay.
So yeah, if you got FS1, watching FS1, you'll get to see me, man. I'm about number 4. So sure, you'll have time to get home, pop your popcorn. You'll be ready to see me do what I do.
All right then, yes sir.
Hey, the Chat with Gunner logo on the trunks.
Man, the Chat with Gunner logo is on the trunks, baby. We
Let's
in
go.
the building.
Let's
you know
go.
what I'm saying? It's up, man. You know, I told you that I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't wait to do it.
That's right, bro.
Man, you're gonna see it. It's on my right leg, I think, man. So yeah, be looking, man. And it ain't small either, man.
Hey, it better not be small. Damn.
Hell no, dog. I got you on there, man. Everybody go be able to recognize what I'm doing, man.
All
And
right.
what I'm doing. Let's go.
All right, man. Hey, you got anything lined up after this? I'm not trying to overlook,
Man,
but
look, we don't like to look ahead, man. But
I know.
I got something lined up in Mexico. Just gonna finish business up in here first, and then I announce that one.
hey, dude, I love it.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
I worked with this guy at a logistics company for a while, and I'd told him a few times, and he'd always tell me too, like with the wrestling, just go do it, whatever. So I'd tell him, man, go box, Joe, go box,
Go
and,
box.
and he's
Man,
doing it.
man.
That's all he does now.
Chasing your
Hey,
dream,
look
brother.
though, man. The funny thing is, you see my post on Facebook the other day, right?
Yeah,
Man, that was a real post, man. When I was leaving out, man. Everybody know my stuff, man. I was locked up, right?
Yeah.
And when I was leaving out, man, we was on lockdown. Now I was leaving out that day. Like the whole jail was on lockdown. Had been on lockdown for like 2 weeks. So they walked me from my cell out, and dude yells from the door, "I'm gonna see you on that TV, boy." You
Oh
know what I'm
man,
saying?
that's awesome.
And so like, here we are, baby.
hey,
Here
you
we
better
are.
tell those boys in the pen, turn that shit on TV on Sunday. They're gonna see you.
Man,
They're gonna
look
see you
here,
for sure.
Man, look here, they in there, and I got a call from one of them the other day, and he was like, dude, we got you on the TV, because they get locked down on the weekends, right? So they got to put it on the TV on Friday and let it ride out all through Sunday, you know what I'm saying? All the way through Monday.
Wow.
So they going to have me on the TV by Friday and let it ride all the way out, man. Plus, they do parlay tickets in there, man. They was like, they got you on the parlay ticket, man. They betting on you. I was like, bet, let's go. Put the house on me.
Man, I went to DraftKings immediately to try to put money on you.
Man, you can see it. It wasn't on there, was it?
It wasn't on there, but you can
Yeah,
definitely
man.
go. You can go online to like the online sports books, and you can find it.
Yeah. Word up, man. But anybody out there listening, man, you tell them I said, go put their money on me, man. It's going down. This kid's gonna get hurt.
Dude, I can't wait.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
I'm gonna hit you up on Sunday. I'm not gonna bother you. I'm just gonna give you good luck on Sunday, and I'll be sitting there
that's all I
watching.
need, baby.
I'll be
That's
sitting
all I
there
need,
watching
man.
for
Just
sure.
say, hey, tell them, don't tell me good luck. Just tell me do my thing. Because if I do my thing,
Yeah,
we
you don't.
already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you don't need luck when you've been preparing.
That's right.
Word up.
Hey,
Word up.
hey, real quick, you got is your coach with you? Is he gonna be in your corner? What's going on?
Nah. He Coach Ernest is out at Coach Ernest is out there with Torrez.
Okay.
Because Torrez fights the day before me, so as soon as he gets done with Torrez, he gonna hop on the first thing smoking, fly over here. But I got Marcus out here with me though, man. Marcus, you know what I'm saying? He's always my extra in the corner.
Marcus with you right now?
Yeah, Marcus with me right now,
Man, throw him on the phone real quick.
Hey, you think you that right? Hey, Hold on. Let him get on here real quick. Yeah. He's on the treadmill. I was on the elliptical, man, just stretching out. He's on the treadmill over here. Hold on, here you go.
Man, y'all get out of the hotel gym. Quit messing around. Hey, what up, bro?
What's going on now? You know, we ain't getting this work. You ain't shaking a little pounds off.
Hey, I feel you. Hey, what you doing up there? You being motivational support? You putting in work too?
Do it again.
So you doing motivational support? Or you putting in work out there?
Hey, I'm doing it all.
I feel
I'm
you.
Motivation.
All right.
Working out, keep my body right up here. Get my baby to get my dog together.
Yeah,
my right hand man. He always has the collar. Hit the first thing with me.
Hey, so Marcus is in Buckhead, July 17th in Atlanta, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. We'll get you back in here for one of those before we do that too. All right.
Hey, look. As soon as I touch down in the city, man, I'm gonna come back for a visual, man.
Hey,
I'm
come
gonna
on.
bust this dude up, man. I'm gonna come back and get on the show.
Come on. All right, man. Hey, I'll let you guys go. Get back to work. I'll hit you up on Sunday. Best of luck to you, man.
Man, let's go.
All right, brother.
See you, dog.
Bye.
Man, I'm excited for
Man,
that.
every fighter. So you were the first. You were the first fighter to come on. And I told Ethan, I was like, damn, I like that. Just the interaction. Like I can talk to those type people. Those
Yeah.
my people, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going after all fighters. So ever since you came on the show, it's been a fighter every week.
Really?
Yep.
Hmm.
Undefeated, all knockouts.
Oh.
So all I'm saying is, chat with Gunner fighters, man. We do that thing.
We do that thing for you, baby.
We do that thing. And what's funny is we got 2 fighting this weekend. And then you fight
next Friday.
the next Friday. And then Marcus fights 2 Fridays after.
All right. Well, I mean, this month is I mean, you talking about packed with fights. I mean, now this is just me. Like you just said, you got Francisco, he's fighting,
Mhm.
and then
He's on FS1. Then Juan is fighting Bare Knuckle Fight Club down in Miami this weekend, Saturday.
Oh, that's nice.
And he's not like he's on. They brought the card up. He's like he's mid cardish, but like had the bottom card in second.
Card.
He's like
That's still
third
good.
tier.
That's good. Man, that's nuts. So so you got all these guys fighting for you. Well, not for you, but they're fighting for like you know of.
Yeah.
Then I'm fighting on that Friday. My teammate Logan Neal, he's going against this guy named Charlie Alexander.
Mhm.
It's called Valor Underground on July 10th. Same day Conor McGregor is fighting Poirier. So I gotta commentate that card as well. So they say they're gonna move the time up. Because look, like we gotta go see that fight. And that card is good too. Wonder Boy and Burns.
The whole card. July
is good.
10th is a bomb.
A really big time card. And then also that month, you got Nagano and not Nagano, Wilder and Fury on July 24th. So the only thing that messed up was Yair Rodriguez was supposed to fight Holloway this month.
That would have been sick.
That would have been sick.
That was coming up. Like that'd have been this week, right? A fight night or something?
No. That would have been
next week for a fight night.
Fight night. I know that's
free TV. Get out of here.
No, July 17th. That would have been July 17th.
Okay.
That would have been July 17th.
I can't believe we're already at the end of June.
I know. Time go by so fast. That's why like you can't be missing training days. Like you think about that, like, man, it don't feel like it was that long ago. I just got done the May 15th fight.
Yeah.
It felt like I was just right here in here that week. But now
think about that, dude. That was over a month ago.
That's what I'm saying, man.
A month and a week ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that don't feel that long.
Damn near a month and 2 weeks ago.
Right? Like, time go by really fast. You have to get in there. You have to get in there, put in the time. Because if you don't, your opponent's going to pass you by. Everybody else going to pass you by. And your performance in the ring is going to show what you've been doing on the outside. Now, yes, anybody can get caught any given day. That's easily out there.
Yeah.
But throughout a fight, prolonged through a fight, you can see who's been working, who hasn't. So,
anybody can get Kamaru Usman like Masvidal did.
Yeah.
If anybody gets hit with that punch, anybody.
Anybody's going to sleep. No matter the size, like.
He might drop a gorilla with that punch.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people are like, oh, he got caught. He hit Masvidal a lucky punch. Masvidal has never been knocked out in 49 fights. He's been TKO'd, but that was just, that wasn't like, it was called a knockout. But he's never been knocked out cold. That's the first time he ever been knocked out cold.
And street fights and amateur fights.
That's what I'm saying. So that punch had some on it. And when people talk about like Kobe Covington having a chance, let me tell you something.
Ooh, I'm ready for this. Let's go.
I get in a lot of arguments with a lot of people. Kobe Covington had a striking fight with Usman. Usman broke his jaw before he got with Trevor Whitman. Now this man is with Trevor Whitman. Now this man is going in fights, standing up with guys. He's knocked out Gilbert Burns. He knocked out Jorge Masvidal. You don't, and to me, I think the wrestling is like tied up. And I know Kobe is a primetime wrestler, but Usman can wrestle too now. So
it's going to be a striking match again.
Once again, I don't see Kobe doing too much, man. I really don't.
Colby's a volume striker.
He is.
And he's not touching you to hurt you. He's touching you to point you. Almost.
Mm-hmm. Then to set up his takedown.
And set up his takedown.
So,
but if he's not going to take you down, he's not going to hurt Kamaru just touching him. He's going to have to finish him.
He wobbled him a few times that first fight.
He did.
He wobbled him a few times.
Fight of the year.
Oh, yes, without question.
You can say these other... Listen, if it... Like Figueiredo and Marino...
That was fight of the year last year.
You're never... Okay. Yeah, on paper. But... You're never going to be fight of the year weighing 125 pounds. I'm sorry.
No, they probably won't.
I just can't. You can be, they can name you that, but for me, I'm sorry, that's just not what I deal with. Because guess what? Just about any 170 will drop those boys.
Yep.
Just about any 155 will drop those boys. Conor McGregor never lost a 145. He's the greatest 145 fighter of all time. Goes to 155, mediocre. 170, fair.
Yeah. Well, what they give most of the time, they call Jose Aldo the greatest 145. They call him that.
They can call him. They got dropped in 6 seconds.
Yes, he did.
You can call it a lucky punch, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, he did.
And guess what? He never wanted that rematch.
He did want a rematch. Gunnar McGregor was never going to give it to him. He said in the interview he was. But I'm going to tell you this. Jose Aldo did hold a title for 10 years.
He did.
He held the title like nobody's ever done that.
He was before his kind.
Yeah.
Jose Aldo was doing what boys are doing now. During the 2000s.
That's true. And I will say, if
it's like John Jones.
Yeah.
They say John Jones got a great skill set. I don't think so anymore. I think it's great, but I think everybody else is great too.
I think a lot of guys are great as well. I think there are a lot of guys that can beat him now.
George St. Pierre, Kamaru Usman runs through George St. Pierre.
Hey, my coach ain't gonna like this.
He can not like it all he wants to.
He's not.
I love George St. Pierre. I love him.
Me too.
He might kill him.
Yes.
He might kill him.
Yes. I've told people this on multiple occasions that Kamaru Usman right now is on his path. Now, when you want to talk about legacy and GOAT and all this, yes, he got to defend the title this amount of many times. He got to beat this, and this. But I look at the comparison of like, look who Usman is running through.
Current day.
That's what I'm saying.
Current day.
Like, George St. Pierre lost to what's the short guy?
BJ Penn and Matt Serra.
Matt Serra, not BJ Penn. It was Matt Serra and Matt Hughes.
Matt Hughes, sorry.
Matt Hughes.
So,
okay, let's be honest. No chance Usman losing to Matt Serra. No disrespect to Matt Serra. Yes, Matt Serra's an all-time great grappler. He's an all-time great UFC fighter. But when you up there with being amongst the greatest, that's who we're talking about. No way you lose to Matt Serra. And I love GSP. Some of my game is after a little bit. I watch a lot of GSP. I watch a lot of Usman. I watch a lot of Habib. I watch a lot of those guys. I like that.
They're the best.
Yeah, they are the best. But when I'm talking about GOAT statuses, no way he should have lost to Serra. No way he should have lost. Now, Matt Hughes in his prime, man.
Dude, before he tried to run over a train, that man was legit.
Dude, yeah. Matt Hughes, man.
No, did you ever watch the show Kingdom?
I've not seen it. People have told me to watch it.
What are you doing, dude?
So many people have told me to watch it. I need to watch it. It's look like it's a must now.
Have you seen Warrior?
I've seen some of it.
Warrior was okay. Wasn't great. First kind of MMA decent movie.
Yeah, I've seen some of it.
Mainstream. Kingdom is the best not boxing, MMA, the best combat sports drama to ever come on TV.
Really? Oh man, so it's many episodes.
No, it's 3 seasons.
Oh, I'm about to get locked in.
20 episodes apiece.
I'm about to get locked in. I'm a Blacklist guy. Have you ever seen the Blacklist?
Yes.
I'm locked into that.
Okay, so
locked in the Kingdom.
Dude, Kingdom is incredible. And there's another one that came out. I found it on Amazon Prime. It's called Born a Champion.
Okay.
It's a movie, MMA movie. It's about like in the early 90s. Story is there was this before MMA became MMA, right? They did underground fighting in Dubai, which is legit. Like you was to go on like the forums and stuff. So it was these, I don't know, what do you call it? A highness of Dubai would bring in 8 fighters from Japan, China, America, whatever, and just have them fight in his basement. Ooh. But set it up legit, and the big rollers come in and do, put big money on it. And they'd do these fights. And So that was like what happened. This guy, loses or whatever, and then comes back, gets a family, and then goes back and does the fight again. It's based on like kind of loosely true stories. It's really good. It's a really good hour and 30-minute movie. But Kingdom is incredible.
Ooh.
And like one of my favorite shows of all time.
Really? I need to watch it.
But you wouldn't like it if you're not in MMA.
Oh, I'm in MMA.
Because it's very little fighting, mainly behind the scenes and training. Like what happens when they go home, the terrible home life and training. And like trying to balance that with a fight coming up. And it's a family. The dad's the coach. He was a fighter. The older son's like the best fighter, but he's fucking spaz. And the youngest son is like not that good, but he's all in. It's incredible.
So basically, that movie it literally had to come from somebody that actually has done MMA.
Yeah.
Because that's the only people that will understand that story.
It's the only series or movie that Dana White signed off on.
Wow.
They actually did their like Dana White was on set while they were doing their stuff to like kind of give them some advice.
Wow.
Brian Callen from Rogan show or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like he's big in MMA. He's part of the show. Frank Grillo
or
Grillo, who's like he's a big time action star. He's the main guy. Nick Jonas is one of the brothers. Jonathan Tucker, great actor. He's one of the brothers. It's really good, man.
I need to try it out.
Oh, you'd be in. You'd be all in.
All right, then. That's going to be next on my list
to
go and watch.
You got to check that. Kingdom is really good.
Kingdom.
Yeah. What else we talk about? Well, you know what we need to do? I was thinking about it when I had him on the phone. So I've always wanted to do like a fight companion. Like,
okay.
Like for like a UFC, like a Connor fight or something. Come in here, throw the fight up, and do a podcast during the fight.
Okay.
Like live stream it. I've always wanted to do one of those.
That would be pretty nice. Talking about of a live fight.
Yeah, I'm talking about like a UFC 270. Whenever that comes up, something like that, like a big one.
Okay.
Come in here, buy it, get some food, sit down, do a 3-hour podcast while the main card.
Main card. We can do that. That should be really good.
Yeah.
So you can do that on a card like in the future. All right, let's just see what happens with this Conor Poirier thing.
Yep.
All right, let's say if Conor wins, the Conor Charles Oliveira fight, they're gonna stack that card on. Well,
Conor might beat Charles Oliveira.
I'm gonna tell you this. That chance that Michael Chandler had to beat Oliveira, you better not give that chance to Poirier. You better not give that chance to McGregor because Oliveira, you would have got finished.
Mm-hmm.
Chandler, I don't know what made him think like, okay, let me go to the ground with this guy when you had the guy literally not even almost defending himself. Like, I mean, props to Oliveira for like finding a way to get through those heavy shots.
Yep.
But no way McGregor or Poirier allow you to recover. There's no way. So
damn near a 10-8 round.
That's what I'm saying. Now I understand Oliveira's gonna go in that fight trying to take down McGregor. But
Conor's got good takedown defense, man. Conor's been taken down by Khabib and
Chad Mendes. Yeah. That's about it. They talk.
And guess what? Every time Chad took him down, he got back up. And that's what got Chad tired.
Yeah. Yeah. But Chad only was that
he took the fight quick.
On like 8 days.
I know.
So but still, he took the fight. I mean, he did look good that first round. I think most people gave him that first round.
Yeah, that's it.
But that was it. Yeah. McGregor, once he got that chance, man, he put him away.
Well, unless you're going to finish somebody on the ground, taking them down has got to be exhausting.
It is. Taking guys down is, I always said, one of the most demoralizing things for any wrestler with the MMA is if you take somebody down, they get back up instantly. That's demoralizing. That's like, okay, I just took you down. Now I'm thinking I'm about to be on top of you. I'm thinking I'm about to get position. Yeah. Oh, no. Shh. I'm right back up.
Now back on the cage. Yeah. Now they're underhooks.
Really?
Now they're switching you over.
That's exactly what just happened this past weekend. Well, 2 weeks ago. Marvin Vettori, Izzy.
Yep.
Izzy was like, okay, oh man, he's taking this guy down at wheel. Marvin. Here go his chance.
Mm-hmm.
Marvin pissed me off because he had a lot of opportunities to take him down in the cage, and he just, I don't know why they gave that fight to Marvin. I'm pissed about that anyway.
I'm pissed that Marvin can't finish the man in a rear naked choke when he's got him on the ground, on his back, and locked in.
Don't even get me started on that one, Gunner. Don't even get me started on
So the only one I've seen worse than that, and I think it was a work, was Ken Shamrock Kimbo.
Oh, don't even. Oh my God.
Now it might not be a work. It might not be. But it's really hard for me to think that Ken Shamrock is fully locked in with his legs and got the rear naked choke and flattened you out, and you let him get up,
And you let him get up.
and then get dropped.
You know what it reminds me of? Did you just see Clarissa Shields fight?
Unfortunately,
Did you see when Elkins had that armbar?
yes. I thought her arm popped.
You sit here to tell me that a brown belt in jiu-jitsu allowed that? Like, I've said this before, and I'm saying it again. I don't think Clarissa Shields got out of that armbar. That girl Elkins let go. Now, she did have a slightly good angle to where she hitchhiked out. But man, I'm sorry.
I'm dead serious. I thought her, because either her elbows is very flexible. I thought her elbow popped.
I thought it was done.
But then she came out and was just
came out
dropping bombs.
Yeah.
She's got a long ways to go.
She got a long way to go. That made me wonder because she was, I mean, understandable. She's a great boxer, but no chance that she got against Amanda Nunes, Kayla Harris.
You can teach a great wrestler to be a good boxer. You can't teach a good boxer or a great boxer to be a good wrestler.
There you go. That's 100%. I told you this like before the show. When you wrestle, it's about those feeling out moments. No way can I wrestle, and I've never wrestled before in my life, and get in there and try to do a wrestling match. And somebody teaching me. It's hard to get taught wrestling at the age of 20. It's hard to get taught wrestling 18, 19. Like, if you're not taught wrestling when you're starting to go in 9th and 10th grade, very rare will you see an 11th and 12th grader just grab it and be really good at it. They just be unreal athlete or unreal work ethic.
Like my thing. So I'll tell people like an analogy. So I'll say, I don't care what you've done. I don't care how strong you are, what you've done your entire life. Unless you've played football at a high level, if I want to press you, grab you, and throw you, I'm gonna throw you.
You're gonna do it. That's right.
Because you have fabric on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna press you. You're gonna be shocked. I'm gonna grab you, and I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna throw you.
Put you away.
Bang, bang, bang. There's nothing you can do unless you've played.
Unless you played. Literally, there's nothing you can do. And it feels the same way when I'm rolling with some of the black belts at the gym. Like Coach Larry, he's my striking coach. Coach Larry, it's like this man has nothing inside of his legs. This man's legs, you can kick it, you can hit it. They told me about the story. This one guy came to the gym. This is what Coach Larry was one of the early time. Coach Larry's come from Los Angeles. His name is Larry Scott. And Larry, he's trained with some of the best in the world.
LA to Chattanooga?
Yes.
Cool.
He's our striking coach at Agogi, Muay Thai striking coach. He's a big-time Muay Thai guy, won a lot of Muay Thai titles, really good in kickboxing as well.
It's the guy you're showing me work the jab. Don't even number the jab.
There you go. So it's him. And he talks about his coach Benny, his teammates and everything. And this one guy was coming into the gym, being a dick, being mean to all the older people, just being a bum, I'm in here fighting. I'm gonna beat up all the guys that really can't defend themselves. They're just in here trying to train.
Yeah.
So he was doing that, and Larry walked up to him. He said, "You have no power, kid." And the guy was like, "What?" He said, "You have no power." So my other coach, Coach Matt, was walking over there, like thinking like the guy was about to hit Larry or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he was walking over. He just standing there, just waiting to see what happened. Larry said, "Kid, I want you to kick me 10 times. As hard as you can." And he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna show you." So the kid kicked the guy. He said the guy was like 23. The guy kicked Larry 10 times. And Coach Matt was like, he kicked that guy really hard. Like he kicked Coach Larry hard 10 times. Larry just stood there, didn't budge. Larry said, "You got no power, kid. You don't know how to utilize it. I'm about to kick you one time and you're gonna drop." Larry kicked him one time. And the guy never came back to the gym again. That brother dropped, and they almost had to, like, they probably had to call it like an ambulance. Larry just kicked him one time as hard as he could, and the guy couldn't move.
Thigh shin, or what?
Kicked him right in the thigh. Right in the thigh, like he couldn't walk.
Hey, pinch your inner thigh as you're listening to this. Just pinch it. There's reasons why there's no nerves on the outside as humans, and there's all the nerves are on the inside.
Yes. So imagine getting kicked so hard that you can't even finish walking for the rest of the day. That's nuts. And the man has never came back to the gym ever again after that. Like,
and probably a guy that's decent.
Probably was.
Probably could have been decent.
Probably could have been decent. But you like you said, you don't want those type of guys in the gym that's being dicks like that to like older people. Like you should be beating up on older guys. Like if I'm there, like I'm not training, and like some older guys or a lady, she needs a training partner. I'll go in and train, you know, I'll
Yep.
go. I'll let them beat up on me. I'm like,
Yeah.
hit me, you know, kick me.
Yeah.
You know, because I know I can take it.
Mhm.
But I'm not gonna be pop, back in
Yeah.
the face. Like,
Right.
come on.
Gives you a chance to work on some defense and them a
There you
chance to,
go.
yeah.
There you go. I'm not about to hit them with a hard body shot.
Right.
I will touch him, like I touch him in the face a little bit. You know, I touch
Yeah.
him, but I'm not gonna get my power behind it. Like, come on, you know, like, yeah. But some people don't know how to do that. So
No, you're right, man. You're right. No, I think this will be good. I want Torrez on the show more often. I've told Ethan that. I've told him that. I think you know when you like mix well with somebody.
yeah,
Me and you could have conversations
about anything.
just about anything, but we have so many similarities in so many different subjects without doing the same thing. So
That is
like we
so
just
true.
like we can, you know, relate things to each other, compare things, contrast when pro and con things. Both come from UTC. Pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
Pretty good little thing
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
Saw Rusty today. Saw Rusty.
Oh.
Saw Coach Brinks. Saw
Brings where?
I was with Jacob, Sinjin, Witt, Don. I was with all my boys. We you know Adam Miller. He passed away.
Oh, Adam Miller. Yes.
So we did the golf tournament for him.
Okay.
So this was the second annual
that was the golf.
Adam
tournament.
Miller golf tournament today.
Okay.
Yeah, so I saw all those guys. I came straight from there. I was hammered at about halfway in. I'm good now. I'm fine now. But man, whew, it was a morning. We had to be there
man.
early.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I know that was awesome. Getting the opportunity to see that. I actually has helped moved in his parents. I did a few side jobs, moving company,
Yeah.
and I actually helped move in some of his parents to another house here in Chattanooga.
Who, Adam?
Adams Miller's parents.
Really?
Mhm.
That's awesome.
mhm.
Yeah,
So,
they're great people. That was crazy what happened to him, but
Yeah.
great people, man.
mhm.
I hate golf. I'm terrible at golf.
Same.
But I love going and just kind of hanging out,
That's good.
riding a golf cart and stuff. But yeah, man. So I want to get you in here more often.
I'm down.
for
Let's do it.
sure. Almost as in like when you can, almost as in like a co-host.
Oh, okay.
You know, just somebody to be in here and other people bounce some things off, especially when it comes to like fighters and stuff. And our boy's doing good. He's moving up in the world. He posted about.
First round management.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
Okay. So yes, I did post about first round management.
Okay.
Yes, I am officially signed with first round management. They're based out of Miami. My agent
Yep.
is Ray Horner. Ray, he's a good guy, man.
So they do agents under the umbrella.
Under the umbrella.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's cool.
So Ray, he's my agent. You know, my manager, he helps me out. He's already sent me some gear.
That's all. I
So
saw that. Yeah.
He's always talking to me. So it's funny, you know, this is how I feel. I know I'm gonna have a really good relationship. I mean, his parents, they follow me on social media and they always responding to me.
The
talking.
agent's parents.
The agent's parents.
That's cool.
So, you know, that's good. You
Family
know,
atmosphere.
there you go.
Yep.
You know, that camaraderie between the family and I
Yep.
mean, I don't know him. He's from New York, but he lives in Miami now because
Everybody's
first one,
moving.
yeah.
Everybody's moving to Miami.
Miami. So it was good. I'm really excited to be with Ray. I think we're gonna have a lot of good things. We're gonna be on the come up together. He's actually gonna try to come to the fight in Knoxville next week.
Okay.
So that's good. Cause that's a big thing. Some agents don't be able to make it to fights for some of their fighters.
Well, I
And
guess because if you have several fighters, they're probably fighting.
that's true.
You know?
That is true.
So unless
that makes
they're,
sense.
you know,
That
unless
does
they're
make sense.
MM or UFC, Bellator, PFL, it's kind of hard to get
It's
to.
hard to get to them. You're right. You're right about that.
Because
So,
I follow that one as well because I'm a big John Jones guy. I know John used to
yeah,
be
he
with
used to
them,
be with them.
but now Masvidal is kind of the face that runs the
Face it,
place.
he is.
And then
Hopefully Woodley gets the win against Paul.
we got to talk about that. Ooh, oh, dude, we haven't been here since the Mayweather fight,
That is okay.
and I didn't see your podcast. I know y'all talked about it because I saw your post. All right, so let's talk about. I want to hear your perspective of the because Ethan came over and the first time me and Ethan's hung out outside of Chat with Gunner, by the way. So Ethan came over and watched the fight.
You
with me.
wanted to watch that mess, Ethan? You really wanted to watch that mess?
I mean, I was expecting a lot more.
I wanted to watch it to talk about it. Like that was
Yeah,
my
yeah,
thing, right? So
That too.
I'm gonna watch it.
I was gonna watch it too, but still.
I mean, I ordered the last 9 Mayweather pay-per-views. By God, I'm gonna order this one too. So it's cheaper than the rest of them. So, yeah. So we watched it. What'd you think? Let's start at the whole thing. Ocho Cinco.
All right, let me go ahead and get with this whole thing anyway. I'm already aggravated enough that a lot of people are starting to. I'm glad it's boxing, but boxing is still a combat sport. They're starting to make this thing into a joke. I understand a lot of people are making a lot of money off this. They are. But they are, like McGregor said, I remember when he responded to a post like Draymond Green, what I do, bro, is no games. You bounce balls, I dribble heads. I don't come in here to play a game. No, I don't go in that cage to play a game because that's like a life or death situation. Like we're actually going in there to hurt each other.
People have died inside of that cage.
Exactly. People going into this ring, goofing around, thinking this is going to be all fun and games. I really wish, but it's the people that are allowing that to happen. I really wish these fighters would go in there with some evil intentions and take these guys. Like for one, but it's smarter what the Paul brothers are doing. Jake Paul, you pick Ben Askren. You picked the worst striker in the history of the UFC to have any UFC wins.
He picked the worst striker to ever become a champion.
Champion, exactly. He really did. So,
besides Royce Gracie.
Well, at least Gracie had much better striking.
He had
than
a little
Askren.
bit, yeah.
He had much better striking than Askren. I seen him hit pads, and I'm sitting here like, there's no way this man made it to the UFC. Yeah. Like how?
The guy holding the pads hits better than Ben Askren.
Exactly.
Hitting his hands better. Yeah.
So I actually picked Jake Paul to win that fight.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. I knew he was going to beat Ben Askren. I was like, Ben Askren has no striking. Like, even though I wanted Ben Askren to win.
I was delusional.
But I just now see this is these matchups. The Jake Paul with Tyron Woodley. Woodley obviously got more power. Woodley's, fought with the best in the UFC, but Woodley was never no striker like that. He had a big time overhand. He had explosive shots.
That was set up with a shot.
With a shot. Yeah. He had explosive movements. He was never that type of guy. He was more of I wait, boom, 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 boom. I wait. Now, could one of those shots knock out Jake Paul? I'm sure it could. But Jake Paul, I'm sad that I'm going to sit here and say this.
Don't worry, I've already probably said it.
He's an okay boxer. He's an all right boxer. I don't want him beating Tyron Woodley. Woodley, you got to win, bro. Because you actually was a guy I looked up to. I watched some of Woodley in some of his style as well. Not necessarily his striking, but some of his other styles.
Well, y'all kind of have a similar background.
We do.
The same background.
Really, very similar. So I watched a lot of Woodley, and I can't have Woodley. I will feel really bad he loses to Jake Paul. And then, like you said, Chad Ochocinco, that mess.
He fought a bum from the BKFC that's never won a fight.
And still got
now. He probably still kicks my ass. I'm not a boxer.
Yeah.
But why is Chad Ochocinco? He got paid $1 million to be the first fight on the card with nobody in the stadium except for Terrell Owens, bum ass.
And then that's funny.
Every time Terrell gets broke, he just goes on TV or comes back to Chattanooga.
Dance with the stars. Let me go get some quick money.
Yeah, let me go to Chattanooga and get my rep up.
Then
he used to holler at my girl. You know that? Oh, fuck
really?
Up, yeah. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Like as we were like getting together, this was probably like because he went through a phase where he was in Chattanooga. Well, I met you at his thing, right? His, thing. So he was going through a phase there where he was at Chattanooga for a while. So the night that he was in Chattanooga for that, like he was trying to holler at her on his Bumble or something, and like ended up getting her number or whatever. 'Cause I remember the first time because I met her just not too long after that. Mm-hmm. And we were hanging out, and I was talking about the Hall of Fame and Theo, and she's like, "Wait a minute, Terrell?" And I was like, do I know him as in like he's one of the best receivers ever played the game, or like because I know him from Chattanooga? Like, what do you? She's like, "Do you know him?" I was like, "Yeah, if I walk up to him and say what's up, he'd probably know me, but it's not like we know each other."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh yeah, he's tries to holler at me all the time. He's annoying. He gets on my nerves." I was like, "I'll fuck Theo real quick. I'll bust that dude real quick. He's too old for this game."
Woo!
There you go, T.O.
That's
Give
a
it-
boxing match. Oh,
Give you that pro wrestling. Yeah, you want to go get paid $1 million? Pay me too.
there you go. There you go.
Well,
Gunnar Miller versus Terrell Owens boxing match. Undercard, you got I don't know.
I'm sure
George Lopez boxing.
I'm sure that's one of like 1,000 girls he hits up on the rig. But,
yeah,
you know.
I mean, I never forget when he used to come to the Arc and play basketball with some of the players. So he would. That was around that time. He would just.
It was around that 2017, 18.
Yeah, it was around that time when he was hanging around that area a lot. I do remember
Same time he got broke.
Yeah.
Too much child support.
Well, you got to hold up off them babies, man. Baby. Like you see Antonio Cromartie, he got 9. Like,
what's crazy is,
Lord.
I was watching T.O. T had like a YouTube channel or something. That still didn't have much going on, but he was like flexing that he just bought a Hyundai, like the Genesis, like the SUV.
Mm-hmm.
Nice car.
Yeah.
$50,000 car, whatever. Flexing because he bought that. I'm like, bro, you are literally one of the best 5 receivers to ever play the game. Made almost more money than any receivers ever made ever in the league. And you're flexing on a Honda?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, don't be flexing on the gram with a Honda.
Dude, yeah. See, T.O., I mean, I wish the best for him. You know, I hope he.
Oh, I do too. Anybody from Chattanooga, man. I want him to do good. But
I mean, it's that type of time, man, when they start losing their money. That's why I respect Shaq a lot. Shaq is on every and anything.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
Shaq he's on toilet paper.
Yeah.
Like he's on literally everything. Anytime they say, I bet they bring a business plan to Shaq. It's like, hey, you want? Yes, easy.
Yeah,
Video game.
Just because that's all I do, and I don't really sound like I can do any business.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that I can.
There you go.
Like, he's very smart. Papa
Yeah.
John's franchise. He got that show. It's called like Shack Life or something.
Yeah, on TNT.
Bro, he does everything.
He does everything.
And he's so sweet.
He's so
He'll walk in, just buy people $1,000 worth of whatever. I mean, he's like, he's like $1,000 like me giving a homeless guy $1.
There
Like,
you go.
you know, why can't I buy that mom a MacBook for her kids?
On
Like,
TNT every weekend. I mean, every single day.
Inside the NBA.
Inside the NBA. I mean, he's living the life, man.
AEW, WWE,
Go to some UFC events. Like, this man lives
rolled
the
with
life.
Nagano,
Exactly. Got picked up
by
by
Nagano, rolled with Rich Franklin.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a lifestyle. Like,
yeah.
man.
And he used to do martial arts. Is that like, I didn't know that.
You remember he boxed who did he box?
Oscar De La Hoya, and did good.
Yes.
Almost caught him.
Was it Oscar? Oh, I thought it was a black guy. I'm
Mm-mm.
trying to think his name.
It was Oscar. I literally just watched it.
You did?
Mhm.
Okay, it was Oscar. Okay.
Just because I was researching celebrity fights, because we're in the era of celebrity.
Did you see
fighting.
Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter?
First of all, I don't care about the knockout. Lamar Odom was sagging with boxing trunks on. Come on, bro.
That's why I said all of this stuff is a joke. That's why I said all of this
sagging.
stuff is a joke.
His pads were above. Like, come on, man. Like, that's just an embarrassment. And Aaron Carter, what are you doing?
What are you
Aaron
doing?
Carter legit gets knocked out by Amanda Nunes one round. Legit.
Yes. That's actually a fight I would actually like.
I'd pay for that.
I would probably pay for it.
If you had to, like, say, like, you couldn't say, like, it used to be Ronda Rousey can beat Mayweather. Well,
That's goofy.
it's goofy. If she snuck up behind him, probably.
Probably.
You know, like in a street fight, maybe.
Oh, now this will be a good one. MMA fight. Amanda versus Floyd.
Amanda versus Floyd.
No, I'm sorry, not Amanda versus. I mean, Floyd versus Ronda Rousey.
Well, that was always the thing, right? That was the.
That was boxing. I'm talking about MMA.
I know. I'm saying that was always. It was always like
Oh.
if Floyd handed him MMA, Ronda would beat him. That was always the thing, because that was when Floyd was like 47-0, 48-0. My thing is, I saw what Amanda Nunes did to Ronda Rousey,
Yeah.
and Amanda tried to tie up. I mean, Ronda tried to tie her up.
If somebody taught like Floyd some type of takedown defense, he literally don't even have to work on any boxing. Well, he got to worry about the leg kicks, but Ronda never really threw leg kicks.
All she does, man, she throws a jab, a two, tries to come in, grab you, and judo throw you an
Judo
armbar.
throw you.
That's her game plan.
Yeah.
She did it to 10, 11 people in a row.
Yeah.
Misha Tate kind of stopped her, and then she ended up getting her through some chain wrestling. But everybody else got stomped.
Yeah. Until she ran into the real women when the women involved.
Well, what happened was she beat Beth Korea, whatever her name is,
Mhm.
striking with her, and that gave her like stupid confidence in her hands and her stupid ass coach.
Yeah.
That guy ruined her.
He did. He gave her too much false confidence.
He's doing the same thing with Edmund Shabazian right now. The same thing.
Why is this man constantly going against all these wrestlers? Like, you're right. Giving these guys the false confidence. Like, you can't be doing that with your fighter. You have to pit them in. Now, if you want your fighter to go against the best, it's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But your fighter needs to learn how to wrestle first. He literally said, man, Hermanson ain't gonna take me down like that. Bronson,
Okay.
that was an outlier. I have wrestling. I ain't gonna get taken down like that no more. What did Hermanson do?
Get him
Literally
down.
the same
Get
thing
him out.
he did. Exactly.
And Bronson's good, man. People like if you get in there with him, he's good.
Yeah, Bronson's. I mean, I don't see nobody in the middleweight division. Oh, you talking about somebody watching a fight while doing a live podcast? Whenever they get that Whitaker Izzy fight going, that'd probably be the perfect card. I think they'll stack that card up.
I wonder if they do it back over in Australia again.
That would be interesting. If they did that one, man, that would be lit. But you know the COVID restrictions that in Australia. So
yeah, we need to pick one when you're not busy and when I can kind of take a day.
Bet. Let's do it.
Because we'd skip the prelims. We'd just do main card.
Let's do main card. Yeah.
Because that lasts for about 2.5 hours.
When I do my picks on the show anyway, we only do main cards.
Do you? So I make money on the prelims, bro.
Yeah. Prelims is where a lot of people actually make their money.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
Well, because Vegas, here's my thing on Vegas. If there's so much stuff going on, how do they have the time to properly evaluate this 3-1 fighter and this 0-0 fighter?
Exactly. They don't know.
Like they don't know. They're just kind of guessing. What I found was they base it off of the last 3 fights, the length of those fights, and how those fights ended. So like if it's 3 decisions, and it's like just keep an eye on this. If it's like 3 decisions in a row, both of them have three fights. If this guy has 2 KOs and a decision, this guy has 3 decisions, this guy's going to be like a plus, or not a plus, like a minus 180 fighter, minus 150. He's going to be the favorite every time. Doesn't matter if this person's Conor McGregor fighting Dustin, Conor fighting Khabib, Conor, whatever. They base it off the last 3 fights.
Well, Conor's been the favorite. What? He's been
Connor's the favorite this fight against Dustin.
He just got beat. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
He's the favorite this fight.
I mean, rightfully so. I mean, if you watch the fight, you can see why. But
I mean, yeah, he won the only round, but he got finished.
Yeah, finished in the second round. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but
who was the favorite when Conor fought Khabib?
This could be
Khabib.
Yeah, but it was Conor going up.
That's true. At 55.
I think Conor could go right now to 145 and wipe the division.
Yeah, I really don't. Volkanovski's wouldn't beat Conor.
Yeah, I don't want to see it, but I think he wipes the division.
I think Holloway, a rematch with Holloway would be really interesting.
At 145 would be a great fight.
That'd be a great
Conor
fight.
won't take it just in case he loses.
Yeah.
No sense in doing it.
Literally, you want to know how Conor actually beat Holloway the first time? Take a guess.
By decision.
He didn't beat by decision, but he took him down. He took him down 3 times in that fight.
I did not know. I have not watched that fight. I just know he won by decision.
Yeah, he won by decision. He outstruck Holloway here and there. He did. But Holloway got some good shots back on Conor. But Conor took him down. Now, they say Conor did have a hurt knee in that fight.
Okay.
But he took Holloway down. And that's when you was like,
What fight was it Conor was supposed to fight Jose and Jose got hurt? One of the documentary. Did that become the Mendez fight?
That became the Mendez fight.
Wasn't the Holloway fight also something where Max came in late? Or did they prep for that?
That was when Max was supposed to come in for Khabib.
And then
he
the
got
bus
2
thing
days
happened.
later, the bus thing. Yeah.
When you gonna give me a bus?
Oh my gosh!
Just go to Miami and throw a wheelbarrow through somebody's window.
Dude, that would be funny.
That get your name out there.
That would give a name out there. I mean, I think I just like to rather finish guys early. That should be
the way to do it.
That should be the way to do it.
That's probably a little bit better way to do it. Don't take any advice from me.
Oh man.
No advice from me.
But it'll be in my back pocket.
You can always do that.
Yeah.
You can always do that.
Throw a wheelbarrow.
Or throw a monster bottle at the press conference.
Oh.
Speaking of press conferences, so you literally did the if you smell what the Rock is cooking during your promo.
I do that after every fight. And now I will say, if anybody saw what happened in chat, my voice ran out because I was screaming so much. I had a lot of teammates fight on that card.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing so much screaming, and I'm like, man, I got a fight coming up myself. I need to be quiet. And my voice, so when I did, but if you can smell, but the good thing is, I've done it so many times after every fight.
Mm-hmm.
All the fans was like, ew,
yeah,
what the champ is cooking. So it fit really well because I was in chat everybody in chat was going along with me.
Oh, I was there.
So
I knew.
it fit well. But yeah, I do it after everyone. But I'm gonna have to find a way to change it up because when I do turn pro, I mean, I'm not gonna be a champion at pro off the bat. So I gotta find a good after fight promo.
No, you keep that. But we gotta come up with we got the something.
Yeah.
You could do Punisher.
I've tried it. I've done it. Look, when I shower, I try all of this stuff.
I do all my stuff in front of the mirror as I'm getting ready, all that stuff, and I work promos in the shower.
Same.
So Punisher's too many syllables to do it. Too many syllables for the.
It is too many.
So you need a
if you can smell what the Punisher. See,
you don't need that pun. Sure, like you don't need that. Rock is rock.
Rock, yeah.
Champ is champ.
Champ. It's just there.
So you need that that one thing that you could say right there, and that's your hook. But here's my dude.
I find it.
The Rock is very. I know he's the most followed man or whatever, but he's very easy to get in touch with. As far as like if you get his attention in the right way.
Yeah.
I've done it twice. But if you can do it, I think if you was to check me. Let me see. Let me be marketing guy real quick. Check you out.
Let me hear it.
You need a Zoa energy drink or a Terramana tequila bottle.
Oh God, yeah.
Brought to you in the ring after your next win. Drop that promo holding one of those, and then do as these happen. You need to collab it. You need to like montage it to where like it's like knockout, 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 knockout. Hit ya, like different versions of you doing it.
Okay.
Send that to him an Instagram video in 60 seconds. That should be on his Terramana tequila or his Zoa energy or both. So do it. I promise you, it will be. $7 Productions does all of his stuff. Go on LinkedIn. Everybody's on LinkedIn. It's super easy to get in touch with you. You just gotta know how to do it.
That's pretty nice.
So I did one thing that I went through. This is my senior year in college. I was trying to like get his attention. So like he would post a picture. He'd post those big cheat day pictures of him like doing the pancakes
Eating
and
the
stuff.
pancakes and
so what I do is he posts a picture. Next day, boom, I got the same picture put up. I put in there. It was like things I have in common with The Rock. Both Division I football players. Both love pro wrestling. Both something. Both love fucking up pancakes. Boom. He like literally saved that picture on his phone. The next New Year's, he sent that to me as the ball dropped on New Year's on Twitter. I can pull it up, put it on Twitter. He's like, "Hey man, scrolling through my phone, saw this. I saved it, thought it was really cool. Just wanted to give you a shout out. Happy New Year's, bro."
Oh, that's nuts.
There's no better feeling than get a notification pop up on your phone and it says The Rock.
Yes, sir. Bro, I would be pumped.
No better feeling.
Man, I would be pumped to like.
And that was like writing like my Ultimate Warrior, Joe Briscoe. Like they were all hitting me up that time. Man, I felt I was on top of the world.
I bet you was. Because like those are like those guys I look up to. Like when I was growing up, man. Now I necessarily didn't grow up watching like all of The Rock because he was a little bit late 90s. I was just born, but I went back rewatch. But I was there like early 2000s.
That was when he was top. That was when he was top guy.
Yeah, he was the main guy. And but you know, it was also his way going out. Like he was on his way like 2003, 2004.
Pretty much 2002 he finished up, but then he did a couple of matches in 03 and 04.
Yeah, that was on his way going out. But looking at a lot of The Rock's old matches, you know, he playing SmackDown versus Raw, going through like all that stuff, man. Looking at The Rock, looking at guys like Cena, I went to WrestleManias. I went to the one in Atlanta.
Oh, you went to the one he was at?
Yes. That's when he was actually not the head. Well, he was like the
host.
The host.
So they had that was Taker, Undertaker,
Triple H.
Triple H. Triple H came out with the Spartans.
Mm-hmm.
My boys were the Spartans.
Really?
A bunch of the guys that I wrestled with, because back then WWE they didn't have NXT, so they would do local extras.
Local talent.
So my boys, that was their biggest wrestling payday to be a Spartan with them. So Stone Cold was there, The Rock was there at this one because they did a Stone Cold thing in the back.
There with Jerry,
the King and Michael Cole, the worst match ever in WrestleMania history.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were all there, but like they said, you know, they were just backstage and like meeting Vince and Stone Cold and The Rock. It was just super cool.
I actually went. I'll never forget that. Actually, when that match happened, that's when I went to the concession stand. I didn't care.
The Michael Cole match? Oh, for sure. I'd have went too.
Yeah, I didn't care about that match.
Yeah.
And I remember when the Undertaker. Now I was literally almost about to cry when Triple H tombstone Taker, and I was like,
he beat the shit out of that man that night with chairs.
I know. Oh my god, you saw his back. I thought for a minute. I said, this man is actually about to end the streak. It's like 1, 2. I was like, I was going nuts. I was going nuts when he kicked out. And then he caught him in Hell's Gate. Man, that was nuts. Then, obviously, you don't see them for nearly an entire year.
They do it again.
And then they do it again. I was like, oh, in Miami. I'm like, oh. And then the Miz Cena match wasn't that bad. It wasn't that
just
bad.
overshadowed.
Yeah, it was overshadowed.
Overshadowed by a spot everybody knew was coming.
Yeah, everybody knew. Yeah, we already knew Cena was going to plan up for The Rock. We knew it.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm mad about was WrestleMania 29. I do believe they should have done a triple threat match with Cena, Rock, and Punk.
The second one or the third one or the first one?
The second one.
Second one.
Because
after he beat Punk for the championship?
Because Punk had that 434-day title reign.
Yeah.
And then when The Rock beat him for that belt at Royal Rumble, which I wasn't a big fan of that at the beginning. But he did beat him. So once he beat him, I thought they should at least threw Punk in there. Now, granted, Punk had a phenomenal match against Taker at 29. I mean, yes, it was a great match. Yeah. But still, I thought Punk did deserve to at least be. I thought it was going to be
his main event.
Yes. Because do you remember that match on Raw? The winner was going to fight The Rock at WrestleMania. It was Cena versus Punk.
Mm-hmm.
And man, what a... Like, every time Punk and Cena wrestled, oh my gosh,
dude,
man.
Punk and Cena Money in the Bank in Chicago. Get out of it. Maybe the most interactive crowd in modern wrestling.
Yes.
Before that, it was Rock Hogan.
Oh my gosh.
Before that, it was and these are two together. It was a Monday night show, but it was Goldberg Hogan for the championship out of nowhere. But also when Mick Foley beat
The Rock
for the belt.
For the belt. Yeah.
The only thing that sucked about that is it was pre-recorded, and WCW spoiled it on air.
Spoiled it. But that helped their ratings because they said,
because everybody tuned in. Everybody left their show and went to go watch Mick Foley win. Bit him in the ass.
Stupid.
Man, I could talk this stuff all night.
I could, man.
What time is it?
How
long have we been going, Ethan?
Almost 8 o'clock. It's 1:11.
Ooh,
yeah,
not terrible.
That's not bad.
Had a
good show
and everything. What else we got going on? We talked a lot of fighting.
We did.
Let's get out for a little bit. Let's go a different route.
All right.
What do you do? Do you have anything you do, like a daily ritual in the morning?
Push-ups. Every morning I get up and do 100.
You do this before you go to bed too?
Yeah, before I go to bed.
It's funny. You said that last time you were on the show, and I started doing that. It's funny. Because I used to. That was like what I did when I was a kid. Didn't have weight, have weight. So I wanted to like the wrestlers, do push-ups during commercials, right?
I used to do them for basketball games. I used to, when I was younger, I would watch the basketball games.
Mm-hmm.
Any team that scores 2, I do 5. A team that shoots a 3, I do 10.
Jesus.
And I mean, you get your break between timeouts and when they're dribbling. Like for me, that was fine by me because I could hit a lot of push-ups. Like if you ask me what's the most push-ups I could do probably in a day, I probably could reach like nearly 1,000.
You could do over 1,000
in a day
for sure. If you were going to, do
I was going to, like, that was my only thing for that day, I could do 1,000.
You could do it for sure.
But like push-ups were not hard for me. So I enjoy them. But now if you start asking me like, okay, like the Herschel Walker type, like, I'm trying to get to that level where he's hitting 2,000 push-ups. I mean, I wish. If I was hitting 2,000 push-ups a day, then my goodness.
Yeah, that's a very big legend. I love me some Herschel Walker, but he's a very big legend.
He is a big legend, man. He is, man. It's like Chuck Norris, like the stories you listen to, and you're like, man, did that really happen?
But then you look at him, and he's pushing 60, and he looks fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to deny it.
And he's not a guy that looks like he's on steroids. Like you can tell he's just
he's natural.
He's a natural guy.
I mean, it's like some of the Michael Jordan or the Larry Bird stories. Let's say, man, Larry Bird walked in the locker room. I feel like dropping 40 tonight, and I'm only gonna shoot my left hand, and he does it. And like these stories, are you like, did he actually say that, or it was like, well, he said, I'm gonna save my right hand for the Lakers. I'm gonna do my left hand today.
Think about that.
Like you on the highest level. And you're seeing
clowning people, and he's white.
Yes,
and he's white.
Yes, like Dennis Rodman was like, if he was black, he'll be just like any other player. But I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Larry Bird was nice. Like that brother there, like he's in my top 10. I don't care what nobody say.
Shooters for sure,
dude. That brother, that 3-point contest where he hit the final, 10 shots in a row to win.
Mm-hmm.
That man is there, woo, woo. Watching some Larry Bird highlights is actually really fun.
Dude, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson in college is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. What?
And then watching them do the whole thing in as the pros.
It's so fun to watch.
And then it being best friends. Let's go.
It's so fun to watch.
Yeah, that's
that was a good rivalry. It was so fun to watch. Watching Magic Johnson highlights, watching the Larry Bird highlights.
Jordan's. I don't care what anybody says. Jordan's GOAT.
Jordan's GOAT, man. I don't care what nobody say either. I'm a big time Jordan fan. I argue with people every single day. LeBron this, LeBron that. I will say, if anybody been watching NBA playoffs lately, but Kevin Durant. Now I know he's got eliminated from the Nets. He has been eliminated,
buddy.
But Kevin Durant, man, that brother there, to me, I think he's one. I think he might be the greatest scorer ever.
So it was
he can pull it from me.
Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr had a quote the other day. He said that right now Kevin Durant is more naturally gifted than Michael Jordan ever was. Not a better player, but he's more naturally gifted, and that's saying something.
I might have to slightly agree with that. I'm a big Jordan fan, big time Jordan fan. I love his mindset, love what he does. I think he's the greatest player. But Kevin Durant, man, when that brother gets going, I mean, bro, 7 foot, can dribble the ball, can shoot from any place. Any place on the court. Who guarding that? That when you say naturally gifted, that's true. Who is guarding that? His defense is up there as well. Who guarding that?
Yeah, where's LeBron's defense at?
Oh, none whatsoever. He gets all these chase down blocks. People like that, man. I can't argue with people with LeBron and with Jordan because they want to argue. Well, LeBron's a better passer. He rebounds. He does. Okay, for one, he's a power forward or small forward. He's big. He's supposed to be rebounding. His passing, I give him that. He's a really good passer that's not a guard. He probably is the best passer that's not a guard. To me, I have to slightly give. Larry Bird was a really good passer that wasn't a guard as well. But LeBron James, he's a really good passer.
Well, when all 5 guys crash you when you go to the hoop, it's easy to find an open man.
Exactly. And the way that he builds his team, he gets so many spot-up shooters. That's all they have. So when his second best player gets hurt, they don't have nobody that can really drive it to the lane. Mm-hmm. And since that's the case, they be always like, well, LeBron didn't have no teammates. He ain't got to always carry these bad guys. I'm like, y'all don't understand. LeBron has so much say-so into what he gets. He has so much say-so into getting a lot of these players. Mm-hmm. Don't let nobody fool you from behind the scenes.
No.
He has say-so into who he gets and who he wants. He gets these players. So when these players don't live up to those expectations, don't be sitting here blaming, well, he went against this hard Warriors team. Well, he didn't have no help against the Suns. He did that. He did this. There's no way to, it's hard for me to call somebody the greatest when you get to the biggest stage on multiple occasions and you lose. That's not what I deem as the greatest. Like, for instance, Jerry West, he went to 9 finals. He went to 8 straight. 8 straight finals. Only won 1. If we're talking about the greatest, yes, the greatest getting there makes a difference. What you do in the regular season and postseason, but winning on the big stage, that means I was the best at the end of the season on this many occasions. Yes, Bill Russell can say that. Yes, Bill Russell got 11. But Bill Russell, for one, was not always the best, necessarily the best player. John Havlicek was really good. John Havlicek, Bill Russell had really good defense, but he wasn't an offensive threat like that.
Right.
Michael Jordan came along. He was able to do both. There's only been 2 guards to win Defensive Player of the Year. Gary Payton, Michael Jordan. 2 guards to win Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron has no Defensive Player of the Years. Michael Jordan won Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, All-Star, scoring title. Everything all in 1 year.
1 year. One year.
Oh, my gosh. And then, put on top of that, this brother, when they asked him to play, because people was like, well, he does this, LeBron does this and better. The time B.J. Armstrong got hurt, they asked Michael Jordan to be put at point guard. When he put at point guard, Michael Jordan, for those 10 games, averaged a triple-double. He was averaging 30, 10, and 11, I believe. This man was averaging a triple-double when he got put at point guard. When B.J. Armstrong come back, those numbers went down because he didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand. Jordan can pass. Jordan can rebound. He just didn't have to do it because he had a Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Not saying he couldn't do it, because when he was asked to do it, Boy, did he show he could do it.
Yep.
So
And here's the thing, like when people were giving Jordan a hard time towards the end of his career, and they're like, "Oh, he ain't got the step anymore. He can't get up and dunk. He can't shoot." Man, still shot like 60 with the Wizards.
With the Wizards, that's what I'm saying. So if he wanted to do it, he could.
Yeah.
He still was averaging like 23, 24 points per game on the Wizards.
I know.
They just were sorry. And then he got some few injuries.
Yep.
They actually was in playoff contention before he got hurt that first season with the Wizards. And then after that, you know, it was more like, hey,
Gilbert Arenas ain't gonna do it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on. He just doing what he doing.
Yep.
So, man, I get on this argument a lot with a lot of guys dealing with Michael Jordan, but they'll learn. Now, I mean, they keep watching. I mean, it's always going to be that way. There's going to be another guy that come along. A lot of people going to be like, oh, he's better than LeBron.
Luka.
Then Luka. Luka's the truth. Luka is the truth. Trae Young is the truth. Trae Young just not as good on defense.
So I went and first round of the playoffs, we went and checked out a Hawks game.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we went and checked out a Hawks game. Got good tickets, but so Trae Young, man, he's legit.
He's the truth.
He's legit. He's got something to him. I don't know what it is. There's a, you know, when you watch somebody and they're really good,
Mhm.
you just know you're watching. Like he has that to him. Don't know what it is. But he has it.
He has it. And I'm gonna tell you something. Watching him right now going against the Bucks, like he stole that game yesterday, man, in Milwaukee. Like this is the technically the best team. So some people call left in the league in the playoffs, besides the Suns. Well, until they get Chris Paul. But I'm looking right now.
If he gets past the Bucks,
If he gets past the Bucks, man, he's making some like legacy establishments. Like, it's already a legacy establishment. You won a game 7 in Philly when you started the game off 1 for 17 and made all the clutch shots in the fourth quarter. So you're already establishing that you're that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, he beats this Bucks team with the 2-time MVP out of Giannis, with the coach of the year. Well, he didn't win it this year, but he's won coach of the year before out of Coach Budenholzer. Then you find a way to get to the finals. You play the Clippers on the Suns. Man, if he can find a way, you know the hardship Atlanta don't went through. If he can find a way to get the Hawks a ring.
So I think if the worst matchup is the Suns with a healthy Chris Paul, if they get the Clippers, they got a shot.
They got a shot, man.
They gotta get past the Bucks, but
Yeah, we can still get past the Bucks. First, they gotta get past the Bucks. So we can't look ahead too fast.
I mean that man dropped what 48
48
yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Nuts.
And he's dropped over 30. I think almost every.
What
game.
is he? He's under what? What age is he under? 24, 23?
It's crazy. It's very
Like-
young. He's in the league for 3 years, 4 years.
Like, he was
something.
just a rookie 2 years ago. Like, he got a long way to go. He got at least about 15 more years. So
And he got traded to Atlanta.
that's right.
Him and Luka.
I mean, you look at either side.
It was the best trade for both teams.
both teams.
The other team didn't need that, and the Hawks didn't need him. You had to have those players go to those teams to be
for
great.
that- yeah, that makes sense.
It's a really good trade, and I never even knew that until I just started researching trade a little bit.
Yeah,
but
it's
that's
good. I can't wait, man.
So you wake up, you do. I'm gonna get back to you. Wake up, you do some push-ups. Is there anything that like? Because I go through phases like personal development. I'm huge on personal development, like all that type of stuff. I'm Tony Robbins,
Yeah,
all that type of stuff. I'm into it. Have you ever went through one of those phases?
I mean, I battle with myself a lot, like physically, like saying, okay, you need to do this, Finney, for you to be this great. You need to do this. Like, I'm always testing myself. I tested myself today training in jiu-jitsu, like, okay, I want you to do this, and against this certain guy because he's really good at stopping this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to get it. And I give myself small victories. I give myself small victories against certain people because I know their strengths and I know how good they are. So that's when I start testing myself. That's why I tell, like, when I'm competing, I'm like, a lot of people don't know me really, truly, because they haven't faced me or they haven't seen it. Like, unless you've seen my wrestling on YouTube, then that still don't really do justice. Unless you see me like in person or see me like through training, because I'm really hard on myself when I do this type of thing. And this is very similar to the TK. He talks and talks about like what he's gonna do, what he's gonna allow me to do, and he's gonna give me rounds. But he just don't know who I am. He doesn't really know me. Like, I'm not those guys you fought in the past. I've seen all those guys, and I'm not cocky. I'm not gonna say I would have smoked the floor with. I'm not gonna say that. But I looked at those guys and I'm like, man, you've never faced nothing nowhere close to me. Nowhere close. And you're about to get something different. This is about to be really different. You can prepare all you want. When I fought Tristan Scarborough, he said, I prepared so much for this, this, and this. And man, he was different. He's like, I practiced so much on wrestling. And that first shot you shot on me, he said, I did not expect that at all.
You slam shit out of it, man.
Like, but see, that's the thing. I've been doing that for so long. It's like, it shocked. Like, my wrestling coach was like, yeah, you've been doing it, for all the time. Like, that shocks certain people, but that didn't shock me. Now, I was shocked a little bit how high I got because I didn't feel like I did that to him.
You elevated him up above your head.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I did that. I didn't like, I remember the fight, but I don't feel like I thought I just, when he went really high, I did not know even I went on my tiptoes. I didn't even, but that's just constant hard work, constant pressure, like, on myself. I put a lot more pressure on myself than I do from like any of my other people. Like, yes, this is a big time fight for me coming up. Yes. Is a little pressure on me? Yes. Am I a little nervous? Yes. Any fighter, you can talk to any fighter. No, like McGregor even says it best himself. They're lying to you if any fighter say they go into the cage and they have no fear and they have no nervousness. But it's what you use that and turn it into. Mm-hmm. Yes, I am a little nervous. I'm nervous before every fight. I was nervous before my last fight. I'm nervous before the fight before that. I'm nervous before all my fights. But I am going into the fight because once that bell rings, all that fear is turned into survival mode. And that's when it's be like, our coach used to always tell us, the most dangerous animal in the jungle is a wounded animal because he's fighting for his life. And now that fear, I feel like, okay, now I'm fighting for my life. So I'm doing everything I can to put you away as fast as possible because I'm no longer fighting for the sport. Now I'm fighting to get you. The fighting, like, yes, this is a sport. Yes, this is an athletic competition. But I'm no longer fighting you in the point of, man, I'm just trying to win. No, I'm not fighting to win. I'm fighting to finish you. I'm fighting to dominate you. It's a difference. It's a difference when a lot of guys fight to win. I'm just fighting to win. Let me point you. Oh, I'm going to take this to decision. Oh, I'm going to try to get this, this, and this. No. I'm fighting to take your head off. I'm fighting to take your soul. Like, that's what I'm fighting for. Because I'm fighting to come at you and put you away to not, because the so-called let it go to the judges. In a street fight, there's no judge. When your life is on the line, there ain't no judge. Who comes out on top, who's still living. That's the same way I treat this MMA. There's no coming out on, there's no, hand raised and, oh, he wins. He got a few more strikes here and there. No. That's not the way I think of when I'm fighting. It's always kill mode. If I have an opportunity to finish you, I'm going to do it. Even if I don't expect it to end that way, if there's an opportunity, I'm going to finish it. And when he said, I'm going to give you rounds, I'm going to give you an opportunity, he's playing. He said it on his interview. Win, lose, or draw, I'm coming to put on the show. That's where you've already messed up.
Yeah, you're
coming to put on a show. Win, lose, or draw, you're coming to put on a show. You're coming to put on a show. I don't come to put on shows. What I do is the show, whether you like it or not.
Let's go.
And I'm going to handle my business the way I need to handle it. And I'm taking TK out next Friday on July 2nd. I guarantee you that. It will not go 5 rounds. I'm so pumped right now. You just had me. Oh my gosh. I got to do some push-ups.
No, you're good, man. Stop talking. That's all we needed to hear, man. That's all we needed to hear. No, I'm excited for you. Man. So that's next Friday. All right, man. Well, we've been going, about an hour 30? Right at it. That's fun. All right, so let's touch base on the show a little bit. Ethan, you got any analytics for us from the show?
What do you mean?
Like, do we have the views, the hours, the subscriber count over the past week?
About 10,000 views.
Ooh.
85 subscribers.
From what we had?
Over a rolling 48 hours, evidently.
Look at that.
From when I was looking at
That's the views too?
Views, subscribers. Last 48 hours, it's been pretty crazy.
So, Ethan, would you say that momentum is on our side finally?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going a little bit. Torrez, thanks for coming in, man.
Always.
Always welcome. No matter if we have another guest, whatever. That's your seat if you want it, man.
Oh, well, thank you, man.
You can come
I'm
in.
definitely going to be coming back big time. You know, after this fight, be a little free, take a month or two off.
Maybe we hit a fight companion during that.
We can. Let's do it. Let's try to do that.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
That'll be like an extra show we do or something for
Yeah.
the week. Another thing that'd be cool is have you kick my ass one day and film it.
Nah.
Come on, bro. We'll do some shit. We'll roll around a little
We
bit.
can roll a little bit. We can do some jiu-jitsu. You done jiu-jitsu before?
I never have.
You'll like
Gunner,
it. I think you'll like it.
if you get in the ring with Torrez, I gotta get in the ring with you.
Okay, we'll film that one.
That would be hilarious.
We'll film that one. We'll film that part of it. All right, well, let's get out of here. Go over to YouTube, subscribe, like the other people are starting to do. Finally,
Finally.
start watching. Don't just click the video. Actually, give us some views because we got to hit 4,000 hours. Go over to Spotify, like the show, subscribe. Go to Apple Podcasts, also subscribe. You can leave a review over there. I think we're joining the YouTube scene though. We're gonna be a YouTuber, bro.
God. Oh
Saying.
no. Oh,
Yep.
jeez.
Just saying, bro. So yeah, that'll be good. So here's the goal. I like to put goals out. That way everybody knows about them. I posted about it too. So within 60 days, that puts us roughly at August 17th when we started this like promotional push. I want 2,000 subscribers. I want 8,000 hours viewed. Why? Because that doubles the YouTube algorithm and the stuff that you need to become a partner with YouTube. And that should give them no excuse to not monetize us unless they go back and listen to our presidential podcast.
Yeah. We just
probably
cut out.
probably don't need anybody to go back and listen to any of the COVID
Yeah.
or
my
any
gosh.
doctor advice from Dr. Gunner. None of that. Ignore those shows. Maybe we delete them.
Maybe. We may
And,
have to.
and then we'll get monetized. All right, guys. Torrez, appreciate it, man.
Thank you, brother. Always good. Happy to be here.
We'll see you next time. Good luck next Friday.
Thank you, brother.